Now, the ferry industry shot to the top of the political agenda recently thanks to Brexit and concerns around moving people, goods and essential supplies back and forth from Europe. Well, Stena Line is adding 5 new ships to its fleet on routes between Dublin to Holyhead and Belfast to Liverpool, which it says will be the most energy efficient in the world. Well, that's crucial with ever more stringent emissions regulation coming down the line. So what is the state of the ferry industry right now? And are there still choppy Brexit waters ahead? Well, we can go now live to the port of Holyhead in Wales and to the bridge of the Stena Estrid, where we can speak to Chief Executive Niclas Mårtensson. Niclas, welcome to you. How much has this investment cost you?
Well, it's a huge, big amount of investment we're doing now. We're actually sending 3 big ships and infrastructure in the ports in the Irish Sea. So we're talking somewhere between 400 and 500 million pounds in 2 years.
And that's a big sum. What makes these Irish sea crossings so important to Stena Line? I mean, it's a big part of your business.
It is. It's roughly 50% of our business going to and from UK, where we have a big majority going to and from the Irish Sea. It's important for us because we still believe that there is a big growth in the market, even though we have Brexit ahead here now, and we see that the growth we have had the last 20 years will actually continue on the Irish Sea.
And how do revenues on the Irish Sea crossings break down between passengers and cargo?
So today we have roughly 60% cargo and 40% travel passengers going to and from Ireland and Northern Ireland.
And in terms of passenger numbers, I mean, obviously you're competing with the likes on Ryanair on these crossings. How can you possibly compete with them on terms of fares?
Well, we do not really compete with the fares in that case. We compete more with the service and the convenience of traveling with ships instead of flying.
So as I said in the introduction, shipping is notorious for the carbon emissions. How important was it when you placed this order to ensure that these new ferries were going to be far, far less destructive for the environment than others in the sector?
Well, I mean, on top of our agenda when it's coming to sustainability in Stena Line, and we're doing a lot of efforts. I mean, being the market leader, we need to lead the market, even in those kind of questions. And when we're looking into what we're doing, we have methanol ships, we have a battery project, we're looking into solar cellars, and those big ships we are moving into Irish Sea now, like Stena Estrid. We have a dual fuel solution. For the moment to be, we have a much lower sulfur regulations in the Irish Sea coming in here with 0.1, and we are super prepared for that one. And I mean, we are doing a lot of R&D to find the fuel for tomorrow, which must be fossil-free.
Now, Niclas, in post-Brexit, could you see yourself running more services directly between the Republic of Ireland and continental Europe, cutting out the UK altogether?
Well, for the moment, I mean, we have one route already between Rosslare and Cherbourg, and we have the possibility to increase the frequency on that route if needed. However, when we see how the integrated logistic solutions are in European logistics, it's still very important to have the land bridge over UK to and from the island of Ireland. So for the moment to be, no, I do not see that. But however, we do have the possibility to increase both frequency and capacity.
Niclas, as a business, you don't run any crossings on the English Channel. Why is that?
Well, I think the competition there is big enough, and we have placed ourselves up in Hoek van Holland, where we have routes over both to Harwich and up to the Humber area and Killingholme. And I think we are fantastic, well placed there. With the ships, we have the capacity and the frequency we have in and out. I think we are a very good complement instead of rushing in and out over the canal there.
All right, Niclas Mårtensson, live from the bridge of Stena Estrid. Thanks very much for joining me. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Now, optimism is at a record high, not a phrase we've heard a lot of over the last 6 to 12 months.